Today I'm going to talk about my awakening that actually started when I was 24. I am 29 now. I had what is called, I would call it the Super You awakening, or some people call it the Higher Self awakening. And basically what happened is I was a person that never was interested in spiritual things or metaphysical or God or anything like that. And I was just a musician type person. Not interested in that type of thing, just interested in a good party. And it's still going on now, but most of the balancing is over. And what basically happened was it was like an out of body experience, where I met a version of myself. Consider it like a version of yourself that lives in the spirit plane, but not just the spirit plane. There's all different degrees and levels of that plane. Imagine the highest level of that plane, which some call heaven, and imagine a version of you that is very, very evolved, like a super you, a higher you. That's why they call it the higher self. And basically, I met this person, and then I become that person, and then I came back to this reality, and then I faced a rebirthing experience for 2 weeks. Now that rebirth experience was absolutely amazing, and I'm always talking about this because it was an amazing experience, this rebirthing. And in the 2 weeks I also had a vision. In that 2 weeks I had visions of myself in the future, and I saw all the energies I interact with now, and stuff like that. I saw it and I felt it, and I was having visions of it. And then after the 2 weeks I went through, I was open to everything. I was open to all energies and information, and I started getting information, what they call information downloads, which is like, imagine it's like a book going down your brain and just into you. And usually when this happens, it takes me quite a while to register all the information, and I actually practice speaking it on my own, so that I can just speak it quite comfortably. Personality changes because you're interacting with that super version of you. That is a different person to the one you're living in life. Now this awakening, everyone does experience, but how it works is, you go through different tests and different lives for different reasons, and when you have passed the tests, and when you've done everything correct, you might have said something to someone in a past life, given nice advice, you might have saved a little cat in the tree, you could have done anything, lots of different things. And then the energy and the awakening happens on its own. And it was a very, very, it wasn't just about energy, to me, it was a very deep and sacred, meaningful experience. It was like making love or something. That's the very, very orgasmic, and it gets better and better. I was 24 and 29 now, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing and getting better and better. And I was always a very hyperactive person, and I'm a lot calmer now in the way that I speak, and I'm reaching a stage now where I'm achieving extreme balance in all situations, and I was never a balanced character before this awakening. It's such a deep, but what I don't agree with is there's a lot of people out there who try and force this stuff. The people like myself, the people that are more advanced than me, they've been going through awakening a few more years. They do talk sometimes, and these people in the new age, these rich people, they spend ridiculous amounts of money trying to force this experience, and I just do not agree with it at all. And the reason I don't agree with it is because you're dealing with the light. You're dealing with, if you believe in God or you believe in the higher powers. And I think it's very, very, it's dangerous I think, to deal with powers that you're not ready for. And I just think you need to be very, very, very careful. It's a bit like people who mess around and try to communicate with dark spirits or whatever like that. I just think it's better to have a careful mind. But I'm probably going to get to a stage where people will listen to me because they'll want to try and force an awakening. But I'll always stand by my guns and say that just live your life as a good person and allow it to happen naturally. Because I'll tell you, it really is a beautiful experience. I don't think if you're forcing something like this, it can ever be as deep as that and as meaningful. And I, for one, I've never done meditation. I've never done focused on a chakra in my life, and I get floods and floods of energy. It's like I'm just showered with gifts. And it's like I said before, I didn't actually want this thing, and this is actually the first time I've spoken about it on any audio or video. I was actually always planning on it, but I wanted to be pretty good at talking about it, because I know that there's people out there that aren't awakened and might challenge me, but I'm evolved enough now to be able to handle the challenge. It's also because I interact with a lot of energy. In a debate, it's like if I'm in a debate, I don't get hurt by that debate. It's like whatever negativities come my way, my energy field will create a counter energy for that to keep me in a blissful perfection state of mind. And so I'm able to really be assertive, but stress doesn't even exist now. I suffer from depression till the age of 28, even after the first day awakening started. But I'm 30 in October, and I haven't been depressed since I was 28. And even then, it was fading. And like I said, I haven't been depressed for almost 2 years now, and don't get stressed anymore. And it's a really meaningful thing, and I'm hoping in the future to build a website, do YouTube videos, do more stuff like this on audio, and just help people. And also on the website I want to build, and I want to help people with their awakening process, because they might be going through similar things to me, and because I've been through it, I can actually help them as well. And also what happens is when you're interacting with energy is that what happened to me was there was like a balance with that as well. It's like you feel a lot of fatigue because when you actually are interacting with those types of energies, you're not. It's like it's not allowed, and the physicalness of you is trying to snap back into this reality because it's not allowed to interact with those energies. But after a while, the body does adjust and it acclimatizes to those frequencies, and then everything aligns and balances, and it's like in all aspects of my life there's a balance still going on, but there's loads and loads of energies now, pretty much all the time, and the balance I would give myself, I would say an 8 out of 10, and at the start of this awakening it was probably about nothing out of 10, so I'm almost at that, I'm at that perfect frequency, but it's just about a little bit of fine tuning now, you know. But I hope this people like this audio thing of mine, and I'll be doing many in the future. Thank you.